The hardest things to sell are things people don't know they want. Or either they don't know what they are, or they do know what they are and they don't want one. That's even harder, like double glazing windows. Remember selling windows?
Jesus, the single hardest job in the world. You have to go up to someone's house. Now, spoiler alert, every house in the UK already has doors and windows. You go up there.
This is possibly the most interesting clip of Andrew and Tristan I've ever seen. Confused? Well, I'm going to play it again. This time, I want you to forget about what they're saying and just look at them. Look very closely. They've just tried to escape, and Andrew is deleting evidence from their computer because the police are on the way. Now watch it again and look at Andrew in particular when Tristan takes over talking.
The hardest things to sell are things people don't know they want. Or either they don't know what they are, or they do know what they are and they don't want one. That's even harder, like double glazing windows. Remember selling windows?
Jesus, the single hardest job in the world. You have to go up to someone's house. Now, spoiler alert, every house in the UK already has doors and windows. You go up there.
That was the gulp of a man whose life is on the line. Andrew and Tristan are definitely trying to escape, and I have proof. They tried again recently during this stream, so this was 2 days before he lost his appeal. Unbelievably, just after dropping Missionary Possible 14, Andrew had actually already chosen Operation Ocean's 11. No surprises there. I didn't actually predict this in Missionary Possible 14 because I had already predicted it months ago, here. But Andrew was free to travel in Romania at the time, so maybe the land option was easier, but surely he had people following him. Maybe the idea was a fake live stream in order to give Andrew a head start in his game. Whatever the plan was, it surely must have changed now. I'd always assumed he would try to run. You may remember this clip where he's angry at the guy who's had to come to his house for a bail signature.
Andrew's coming back in a second. From his human trafficker signature. My mic is fixed. Oh, hi Andrew.
Sure.
So I have a business idea I'd like to run it by you. You're Chase Bank.
Again, I've never heard him talk about the surveillance situation at his house. How many people are watching him? Where from? Are they watching the back of the house? Do they have people over here or down here? I'm sure Andrew is fully aware, but doesn't bring any attention to it. This clip stuck out to me because he was angry. Now, I didn't think much of it at first. I actually thought he was annoyed at Tristan first. Then I realised he was actually talking to his stream camera, like he was talking directly to the guy. Whenever I've seen Andrew get really angry, it's usually when a plan's gone wrong. I'd only actually seen the clip and not the full stream, so I went and found it. I'll save you the pain. It was 1 hour of racial slurs and a promotion of a new Dragon's Den style competition, where fans can send in their business ideas and Andrew and Tristan can steal them.
My brother and I have allocated $50 million that we're going to give away to you in an upcoming sweepstake of financial bonanzas, which are going to be very similar to the Dragon's Den, where you're going to talk to us and we're going to allocate and give away over $50 million when our freedom comes in a month or two. We're going to travel the world giving money away. So before that, I thought we should give you all some general life advice.
I mean, it was for people to send their business ideas to 2 con men who were definitely going to jail. The first clue was there. To be honest, I was just listening to it in the background rather than watching it intently, so I missed a lot of it, including the bail signature interruption, which is what I actually tuned in for. I actually got right to the end and was about to scrap using anything from it, but it was actually the final words that gave the game away. Literally the final words.
It's better than free. You're paid to do it. So join therealworld.com. We're going to see you in the unfair advantage. And before we do that, Tristan, can you turn off this air conditioning? It's as cold as a man's ass in here.
It means nothing really, other than it being a weird thing to say. It's definitely not an English phrase. It caught my attention because it was the second time he said it, and it was right at the end. What are the chances something happened after the first time he said it? So I went back and looked. So if you look at this handy little thumbnail down here, I just looked at that and looked until I found the first moment just before Tristan first disappears off camera, and then press play.
Anyway, so I want you all to be as smart as possible so when we give away our 50 million, you guys don't completely waste it. Where's the air conditioning remote? It's as cold as a man's ass in here. It's as cold as a man's ass. Turn the con off.
Only if you say money glitch.
Fine, money glitch.
How did I get rich?
Well, well, well. So armed with this, I went back and watched it all, and what I found is incredible. An escape attempt, or multiple escape attempts, during the stream. This whole stream was a smokescreen. Andrew and Tristan and his team have pre-recorded a very similar stream with all the same talking points and phrases. The aim of the game was to switch to the recorded video at some point during the stream and run. What we actually see is them doing small tests as the stream goes. They are in fact surveilling the surveillance team from their studio, watching their reactions to see if they notice the switches. This is incredible. So to do this, they had a few phrases on repeat, like racial slurs, the Chase Bank, money glitch, infinite money glitch, it's colder than a man's ass, where's the aircon remote, the I'm still standing song. Some were warnings the police were reacting, some were cues to get ready for something, some were just for continuity, for the switch. Anyway, armed with this bit of knowledge from the end of the stream, and the handy thumbnail at the bottom here, I just quickly scrolled through to wherever there were cuts, and lo and behold, Andrew was always doing a lot of work on the laptop today, getting clips ready. Then there's these unnecessary, irrelevant clips from his recent podcast appearances, an ideal time to swap for some pre-recorded footage. So just by browsing along here, you can see all the cuts, and then the swaps are given away in particular by their wooden acting skills, Tristan in particular. I think they got caught up in trying to be too clever with prop continuity. But I think there's a lot going on here. I think there's some obvious switches, and then there's some not so obvious ones. So I think they tried a few things to see what was getting noticed and what wasn't. So there's a lot going on. There's probably some stuff I've missed, because I've had to put this out really quick for obvious reasons. They deliberately set this up to be confusing. Andrew started the stream alone. Tristan appears a minute later, then immediately states that he needs to go for a haircut.
I'm just that guy, you know? People think I'm just a troll, but I'm not. Oh, Mr. Human finally turns his ass up. Done human trafficking, are we? Have you finished?
Bro, have you heard of that new Chase Bank money glitch?
I was just making fun of that.
No, that's why I've been working on the money glitch.
Are you finna get you some?
Yeah, I am. My barber's actually here. No one told me there's an E on a 7 o'clock, so I have to go get my beard trimmed.
Well, then f*** off. Then why even sit down?
No, let's talk about
No, f*** off.
Chase Bank money glitch.
Only if you're as racist as possible.
Okay, so me and my black friends.
They're called
This bank glitch.
All right.
It's a money glitch. You can get hunnits.
Hunnits.
What, a few free hunnits?
So the next cut was one you've already seen. That was 5 minutes in. The cue for Tristan to leave.
Remember,
Anyway, so I want you all to be as smart as possible, so when we give away our 50 million, you guys don't completely waste it. Where's the air conditioning remote? It's as cold as a man's ass in here.
Andrew continues on his own for about 10 to 15 minutes, talking to Chat GPT. It's here we see him try to play clips from his podcast appearances for his Dragon's Den competition. No doubt the footage that pops up is pre-recorded, and watch what happens.
Say it. Watch out, the Rainbow Army's coming. Now. You know, I probably should care. I just... You know? It's like, Andrew, you should care about this. Andrew, you should care. Nah, nah, nah. On to the advice then, shall we? Let's get to the value in this show. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time. Picking up the pieces of your mom that she left behind. I'm still standing. Let's listen to this very smart human trafficker say something extremely intelligent. So I have this all the time. People will come to me and say, Andrew, I've got a fantastic business idea.
Yeah.
I've got this lighter. It's a great lighter. I'll make the lighters. You sell the lighters. 50-50. And I'll sit and say, no. That's not 50-50 business. That's 95% me. Because you have the lighters, but no one wants them. Nobody cares. I can make them want them. But I can also make them want anything else. I can make them want anything on the planet. I can make them want a pen. instead of a liker. So why do I need to go 50-50 with you? I'm the market. I'm the sales. I'm the attention. The attention is the money. So once
Tristan returns while in the pre-recorded footage.
So once you manage to get, you keep getting YouTube views, you build a newsletter, you get people to pay attention to you, you're seen as a value giver.
What are you doing here? I just started the show. I was going to tell them all about my amazing business acumen, and now you're here with the Capri Sun. Why?
Then they return to what looks like the live stream, but is actually more pre-recorded footage.
Because I made some money on this Chase Bank money glitch.
I thought you were getting your hair cut.
I got my beard trimmed.
There's no straw on my Capri Sun.
There's just a paper straw in mine.
There's no, literally, I don't even have a paper straw. I have no straw at all. This is the most useless thing I've ever seen. A Capri Sun without a straw.
You need to get yourself.
This is like you on this podcast.
Chase Bank money glitch, and you'll be able to afford one.
You're just going after your dipshit. I start over again. Tell me Capri Sun's without straw. You did that on purpose. That was some kind of sabotage.
Chase Bank, what do you do?
So I have this all the time. People will come to me and say, Andrew, I've got a fantastic business idea.
Yeah.
I've got this lighter. It's a great lighter.
Now what I think happens is they were trying to escape, but the cart must have alerted someone, so they cut back to the podcast clip and quickly ran back into place.
That was some kind of sabotage.
Checks in Chase Bank, what do you do?
So I have this all the time. People will come to me and say, Andrew, I've got a fantastic business idea.
Yeah.
I've got this lighter. It's a great lighter. I'll make the lighters. You sell the lighters. Then it doesn't matter. The rest is the easy part. That's really where the money is.
And this is actually them again.
Right. So we're going to talk about making people want things, because business, and guys, I'm telling you all this because you're going to have a chance. You at home watching this can fly somewhere to the cities we announce on the tour and meet us in person and convince us to give you some of our $50 million.
Now this next bit is fascinating. I realised while watching this that they are watching the police, watching their every move. Look at the intent they stare at the screens with. As they realise the police are coming in, you can visibly see the changes in their body language. Andrew's face visibly changes, and he gulps like in a cartoon. This is life or death after all.
Around town, you can talk about the audio systems, you can play loud music. If you want to use it on a race track, you can talk about the racing seatbelts, the 3-point harnesses. You got to find the details, but he all basically already wants a Lambo. The hardest things to sell are things people don't know they want, or either they don't know what they are, or they do know what they are and they don't want one. That's even harder, like double glazing windows. Remember selling windows?
Jesus, the single hardest job in the world. You have to go up to someone's house. Now, spoiler alert, every house in the UK already has doors and windows. You go up there on a rainy day to prove that the doors and windows they have are already waterproof. And you're standing out in the cold and you knock on their door and you have to leave with a signed piece of paper that they've signed saying that they've ordered replacement doors and windows to replace the ones I already have. That is an incredibly difficult job, a character building job. And if you don't sell any, you don't get paid.
Because everybody knows what a door and window is, but they already have them and they already work and they don't want new ones. So you have to walk in there and not only convince them to want new doors, and to make people want things. There's a whole big plethora of how you can do that based on the emotion, based on the solutions. We actually talk about this inside of The Real World. We talk about a sales course and we teach people how to sell. You should join therealworld.com and you can learn how to sell basically anything to anybody.
So even from selling windows, you have to understand, you go into that person's house. Okay, what neighborhood are they in? Are their windows safe enough? Are their windows secure enough? Is it a break-in issue? Which part of the country are they in? Is it really hot? Is it really cold? Does their house feel too hot or cold? Is it an insulation issue? Is it an aesthetics issue? Do their neighbors' windows look better than theirs? You have to microanalyze all these things before you go into their house and start talking about windows, because otherwise you're not going to make the sale.
So that's a little bit of business advice, because I could already see. Your mates are here.
Oh, my mates.
The police are here to check on me.
Check Andrews on. I'm going to tell them you're not here.
Yeah, tell them.
Hello.
I'm a trafficker.
Hello, officer. Andrew Tate isn't here. What if I shave my head and go out and pretend to be you? My mic is still low, apparently, according to my admin. Well, you set this up, mother... What do you want me to do? It's on max. What would you like me to say or do? Talk directly into my microphone? Is this better? So anyway, as I was saying. Okay, better. I'll do this. I'll talk directly into my microphone to obscure my beautiful face from the world. So anyway, Andrew's coming back in a second from his human trafficker signature. My mic is fixed. Oh, hi, Andrew.
Shut up.
So I looked and it was about 6 minutes from the time of the last cut to the police arriving to make him sign. So I'm sure they must be onto them. But faking video clips isn't really a crime. They could only really get him in the act of running. So Andrew and Tristan go back to talking for a few minutes. But then there's another cut where they come back with a whiteboard.
Meantime, let's moan about immigrants. I love moan about immigrants. What do you think?
But doesn't that mean we're going to go to jail?
No.
Are they interested in the sanctity of God? Are they interested in the beauty of the family? Or are they interested in just making more money? So then you look at certain ideas like unchecked immigration, mass immigration, which lowers the wages across the population as a whole because people come in, they're prepared to work harder for less money. That seems like the kind of thing that a company would like. It's bad for the people, but it's good for the company because they can hire cheaper labor. So now you have the World Economic Forum who want to make more money, which perhaps would be behind certain agendas like unchecked immigration or mass immigration because it lowers the prices. Are they interested in the sanctity of God? Are they
Sorry, I missed the change over there because I was Mr. Producering. So we have effectively we have two competing forces here. Guys, I want to give you all a breakdown on what's actually happening in the world. This is very important. This is not related to what we were saying earlier, but I want you guys to understand something. Can you grab that whiteboard, old friend?
Sure.
Thanks. And did you drink my Capri Sun?
Yes.
You brought me a Capri Sun without straw, then used your straw to just steal my Capri Sun while I was talking to the police and drunk it.
No, my straw was broken because it's soggy because of paper, so I drank it on the straw.
You're a real piece of...
Did I just smash your sunglasses?
Yes. Can you just stop being a dickhead?
Take the fucking whiteboard then, you dumb.
Give me a pen.
Now, I guess we're breaking down the money glitch, or?
Right, I'm going to draw a very simple diagram that explains a lot of the things that are happening in the world today, and you can...
Tristan seems to be fuming for some reason, just 30 seconds after returning to the stream. Furious about a Capri Sun, apparently. I think the big moment got ruined, possibly because of the Capri Sun. Like I said, they went a bit overboard on the continuity. Why even add them? I think when they came back on camera for real, just a few minutes after the escape attempt, Tristan opened the other Capri Sun in excitement while watching the police come. I don't think he was supposed to, hence Andrew bringing it up later, and Tristan's furious response. But I could be wrong. This could also have been part of the plan. I think I'd need to watch the whole thing a few times more, which there's no way I'm gonna do. I think something went badly wrong with the escape, and they're blaming each other. This is genuine anger. It seems like Tristan almost gives up on the scam near the end. His tone is almost like, are we still gonna bother doing this money glitch thing? Almost certainly pre-recorded. Because yet again it cuts back rather abruptly, and the boys are clearly on high alert again, visibly scared looking at the monitors. Seems escape attempt number 2 just got rumbled.
Standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time.
You were arrested for accusations of human around the same time the Epstein files came out.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
Any comments on that?
Yeah, it's super interesting. Yeah, the day that all the Epstein files came out, if you Googled human trafficking, it only showed my name. What's also very interesting is all the people who seem to be very interested in my case and seem to believe I'm a terrible human trafficker have no problems with the southern border being wide open and people being trafficked across the southern border. They have no problems with the orphanages in Ukraine being emptied. You know, they walk into orphanages in Ukraine, take all the little girls. It's their little Barbie dolls, little blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girls. You didn't hear about this? Look this up.
So here we go. The media machine convinced everyone that we're human traffickers.
They were gone for 20 minutes during that last switcheroo, but it definitely went wrong again. This is obvious from the really bad cuts. Just like last time, when they come back, they watch the screens intently, checking around to make sure they haven't messed anything up or left anything out they shouldn't have. And Tristan even says ready at one point.
You will see human trafficking, because you will see all these dinghies and rafts bringing all the Darcels over. Who's bringing those dinghies and rafts? Who's in charge of that? These human smugglers, these people smugglers, who you could stop, because you know where these smugglers actually hang out?
Where?
I imagine. Now, I'm no genius. I'm not Sherlock Holmes. I'm not Hercule Poirot. But I have a feeling you could catch these people, ready, on French beaches. I just have a feeling they'd be on French beaches somehow. So if the European Union wanted to stop human trafficking, I have a feeling you just need literally 1,000 dudes, which you
I think they are watching the police, and when there's a break in the surveillance, they get ready for an attempt, or maybe they're just prepping for the next cut. They also seem to be warning someone regularly by shouting whatever word they happen to be saying at the time.
And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of your mom.
At first I thought maybe they were doing Operation Minor Problem, and the shout is to alert their friend to stop digging as someone's close. Could be, but more likely they're just warning someone doing surveillance for them that there is danger close. I mentioned some potential sneakier switches, like here when Tristan gets up and walks in front of the camera. He does this numerous times during the hour and a bit. Cuts like this could have easily been switched, and even a few like this, where it just zooms in slightly to a different shot. I mean, like I said, I haven't gone through it properly. An alternate reason for the anger, rather than the Capri Sun, was actually this moment where Tristan gets up. It sounds like he falls out of an emergency exit, making loads of noise.
Shit, the aircon is an untamable beast.
You're a human trafficker. You're a human trafficking piece of shit. I've seen the indictment, Tristan. You message your girlfriends things. It's disgusting.
Oh, the indictment the prosecutor wrote.
Yeah, the prosecutor who's totally fair. The Romanian prosecutor you can 100%.
So I think that's what maybe the police said something about it when they come and spoke to Andrew. So when he come back, I think he might have actually been annoyed with Tristan for f***ing it up. So, was it an escape attempt? Probably. I think it's both an escape attempt and also testing the response of an escape. How many police show up and from where? Did they react to all the cuts or did some go unnoticed? Either way, the plan's probably ruined. They'll just be ultra vigilant when they're streaming from now on. Problem solved. Anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure you leave us a like and leave a comment. What do you think? This has been Contraband. Thanks for watching.